Wow, there's people waiting for me. Amazing. It always freaks me out. It doesn't really. Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing? Hi, Nia. Hi, Damien. Good to see you. I'm chilling today. Might not actually do any listing. Might do one. Who knows? Can you let me know if the sound's okay? That'd be great. No reason why it shouldn't be. But yeah, it seems like I had a manic week last week. I was doing the listing challenge. Hi Rosie, how you doing? I'm having a gentle settle into the day, which we all need occasionally. Yeah, it seems like I had a manic week yesterday. I was doing the listing challenge, and I was really trying to do 20 a day, which doesn't sound a lot, but I think it'd be easy if I had just a pile of like 20 CDs or DVDs or board games even. That'd be easy. But I was doing all sorts of things that needed odd bits of testing and big stuff that's been hanging around for ages. And yeah, it took it out of me really. And the fact that I was also doing boot fairs, midweek boot fairs, and stuff like that. And was it bank holiday last weekend? I can't remember. I don't think it was actually. But it seemed really full on, and I didn't feel like I could let up on the listing for some reason because I knew the others were doing it. Now I don't think I've listed the most by any means, but I did want to keep going for that week, for that Monday to Friday. I tell you what though, when it got to Saturday, no listing. Sunday, no listing. Today, probably no listing, because I've got a whole load of stuff that I've got to pack and go out. Now, I've only got 2 or 3 things that have got to go today, but I've got about 22 outstanding things that need going. So I might just spend the whole day just slowly packing those. And I'm going to show you what those are. Hi, Richard. How you doing? How did you do on the challenge? Brilliantly, I reckon. We'll find out later on. I don't know what time we're on Nick's channel later on. I don't know whether that's 7 o'clock. Not too sure. I'm sure everyone will see the notification when it goes out. Hi Shazad, how you doing? I saw you on Z's stream. I've got to catch up on Z's Friday. I was in for 10 minutes and then I had to have my dinner. I was like bowled over by the news, obviously. But he's on the channel, on my channel, with Shelster Rooney and Cola Flipper on Wednesday. And it was, I started off doing this any reseller questions thing. And I haven't done it for a while because it is such a thing to organise. But I think it's just going to be a chat and it will be fascinating. Well, I want to talk to, my original idea was to talk about other ways of selling because he's doing his market store and that seemed to be going fantastically. After he did a couple of weeks and then he had a week where he couldn't get his pitch, so he got a bit hacked off. And then he had another couple of really good weeks. And I was sort of expecting him just to go along with that. And he surprises us all by suddenly saying he's gone and got a shop. So, it's I don't know anything about having a shop. So, I'm not really in a position to sort of say whether it's a good idea or a bad idea. But I'll tell you what, it's exciting. It's definitely exciting. So it'd be interesting to see what he has to say about that. And Shell has been doing a lot of selling on Instagram. So it'd be good to chat to her about that as well. Hi, Rouge. How you doing? Leanne, good to see you. This morning I was cycling. So I got on my bike for the first time in 4 years. So I used to cycle to work every day, which was in Wimbledon. So it's probably about 5 miles from where I live. And I was never really like, bombing it along. I took it very, very easy. And a lot of the journey was kind of followed the Wandle as a river Wandle. So it followed a river trail. And not a lot of it was on the road, which was quite nice when you're pootling along. But around here, they closed off a load of the roads for more pedestrians, but I mean, and cyclists, but it hasn't decreased the traffic. It's just pushed the traffic out into other roads, which means, I mean, it was bad enough. The last week was pretty horrendous. It took me, my oldest school is 2 miles away, and from the time I left the house to the time I got back was an hour, which is just absolutely ridiculous. So that's only going to get worse. So we decided we're going to cycle. We're going to pick him up in the car later on, but I mean, I am tempted to maybe change that to cycle down there and just cycle back. But yeah, cycling this morning is really good actually, and good thing on the way there, it's all pretty much downhill all the way there, so it's all right for him. I have to cycle back, but you know, yeah. So that was really good, and it was pretty hot this morning as well. I had like a t-shirt and a long sleeve t-shirt and a high vis vest, but it was a little bit hot. Hi Gimbal, how you doing? Hi Neil. Hi Pete's Retro. No afternoon naps, K-ups. Is that naps? Yeah, no little sneaky dad naps, power naps. Kips, there it is. I kind of knew you were talking about, Pete. Yeah, it'll be interesting, like I say. And I was thinking, and I'll mention this to him tomorrow, that the great thing is that he has got people in the community who've done it. So Kirsten's Curiosities, there's Walter. I've just seen Z's in, actually. We're talking about you, Z, with your ears burning. Shazad says he's got some experience of it there. I don't know anything about Shazad's business apart from the ridiculously huge numbers. I thought it was kind of like all online, but there we go. So that must be quite a comfort, you know, when you're going into something completely new like that, to have that support base. And even those of us who absolutely know nothing about it will be sending him all the good vibes in the world that he makes a success of it. We all want him to do well, him and Bex to do really well. So yeah, exciting times, and I can't wait to sort of have a chat about it. Like I say, it's I could spend a whole hour talking to him, but he probably won't want to talk about it that much. So yeah, I'm chilling at the moment. I was absolutely sick of doing loads of listing last week. It got to a point where, you know, having to go to boot fairs, having to send stuff out, you know, you kind of think, okay, I've got a list, but then listing creates sales, and sales means you have to pack the stuff, and it all gets a bit on top of you sometimes. So, you know, this week, one thing I'm doing, can we please get to listing? Z, I'm not really listing today. I might list one thing, okay? Just one thing. I might list this. I'm just chatting. I just feel like a chill. Hi to Aussie Thrifters. How you doing? Great that you joined us. I don't know what the time is in Oz. Must be fairly late. And Tommy's in. Tommy Bernard. Aid Walden. It's the resellers, ladies resellers pin-up. Aid Walden. Right, I might list this. Might do. Pick this up. It was like 50p. Always look out for this stuff, because it can sell for ridiculous money. I did sell one. I think I got about 3 or 4 rolls of like really orange and ultra 70s, and that went really well. So I need to look that up. But yeah, I'm kind of chilling at the moment. Like I say, when you've listed about 100 items in a week, my it's gorgeous wallpaper. I picked up a Liberty sampler, material sampler. It's like a big A3 thing, or bigger than A3. And that was beautiful, looked really good. So yeah, really pleased everyone's joined. Like I say, I'm just chilling. I might just go through what I've got to pack this morning. I've got about 21 items, unless we're just chatting. But other news, seeing as Z is in here. So Z, do you remember you had one of these? This is a Rex Sparky phone. And I was chatting about him. Now, Rex, okay, he's an animatronic thing that you plug your phone into, and when the phone rings, he goes ref ref ref, and his ears go, ref ref ref, and when you answer it and someone talks, you get this ref, 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 ref. And Graham Norton used to have this on his first series on Channel 4. I think it was called So Graham Norton. He always used to ring people up on the dog phone. And I got this about 7 years ago. No, 7 years ago? That's not right. Got it about 3 years ago. 7 years ago, I wasn't doing reselling. I paid £7. And yeah, he's quite cute, isn't he? And he looked in fantastic condition, apart from like this bit of yellowage, which I assumed was a massive like burn from when it was knackered, because I plugged it in. It had a plug with it, and it was the American pins. So European pins are like two kind of round prongs, and the American pins are flat. And I didn't know at the time that they have a different voltage. So they take America, I think, supplies 110 volts, and we're on 240. And the long and short of it is, if you plug that in, it's not going to work. It's too many volts. And I was plugging him in, and I assumed he didn't work. And I listed him as not, broken for parts. I think originally I put him on for, I don't know, 50 or something, and he went down and down and down. And he went down to about 20 quid or something, and just was not selling. And the reason I've got him out recently is because I was on the Global Frifters YouTube for a bit of a chit chat, and they said you have to do like a show and tell. And one of the things they said was, get something that's been hanging around your shop for ages. And I got this out, and I was talking about it. And then afterwards, I noticed it was a 110 plug, and I thought, well, I'll try it with my little multi-voltage plug. Lo and behold, he works. Now, some people have this listed for, about, I think it was about 90 quid. Someone in the chat, yeah, I'm making out with a puppy, doing it doggy style. So that's terrible, isn't it? It's so cute. I shouldn't say things like that. Think of the children. But yeah, so I'm going to take the listing down. And God, after I was on the Global Frifters, some clown decided to send me, because I have offers on everything. So I'll get this offer coming for £1, and refused, and then £2. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So I put like a minimum bid thing on it, which I never normally do. But it's just some sort of time waster, thinking they're funny. But anyway, it's going to go back on. I'm going to relist him, and he'll probably go on. Well, probably stick him on for 70 quid or something. The fact that he's working and looking good. So there you go. Sometimes, in fact, quite a lot of the time, I have things I think are broken. They stay in the shed for about 2 years, and then I suddenly realise they work. So there you go. Yes, I was getting my puppies out, Tracy. Right, who else? Hello, Night's Life. How you doing? Good to see you. I've seen around the boot fair quite a bit, pointing to me towards Game Cubes and things like that. Gimbals in, buying space. Ooh, the cute is ruined. Yes. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't want to list anything today, Neil. I'm up to like here with listing. So yeah, I think me and Z should go on Fortnite again, seeing what Tommy's talking about there, because there's lots more vehicles that I can, hot tail it in. Leaving him, there's cars, I can just leave him slowly getting killed, and I can be driving off saying, see you later, Z. I need to do it. But right, let's have a look at so yeah, I might list that wallpaper. I've been doing lots of fixing videos lately. I think yesterday I kind of thought to myself, or was it the day before? I think it was the day before. Shall I fix this game gear, which was a ridiculously big job, or shall I tidy up? And I made the wrong decision. Which I tend to do. I tried to fix the game gear, and I've done this before years ago. I think it was about like 5 o'clock in the evening, and it was like I decided to change a radiator in a room, and I thought I could do it in 3 hours, which was I couldn't basically, and I was, and I think I had to take the whole heating had to be, shut off to do it, and I'm pretty sure it was winter. Why would I do it any other time? So yeah, I have this kind of habit of making the wrong choice. A decision, talking about making decisions, anything but tidy up. But I'll tell you what, Gimbal, I have my Holy Trinity. You may not know I have my Holy Trinity, but I do. The foundation of the channel is based on this. My Holy Trinity is list consistently. Try and get it. It's the top of the triangle. So that can be anything like 5 minimum. It's pack your sales regularly. Don't let them build up to some sort of nightmare. So if I get a sale, or maybe at lunchtime and then in the evening, pack, and then tidy up, and that's the Holy Trinity. And sometimes I don't do any of them. It's just terrible, really. But that's life. And fitted amongst that is sourcing. What's happening? That's Pete. Pete's in. Not a lot, really. Not a lot of work, anyway. Just a lot of chatting. So, what I had suddenly realised during my listing frenzy was my the way I keep my stock is I've probably got about 20 racks. 20 or 25 racks. So here this is a rack, a shelving unit, and it's all kind of like, it's all labeled, and some of the stuff most of the stuff is got SKUs in eBay, so I should have a good idea of where it is. But I've tried to keep similar stuff together, so like all the board games are in one place, and all the cameras are in one place. But I think I've decided that's just totally the wrong way of doing it. I think I am going to sort of, all the stuff I've listed in 1 week, I'm going to keep in one area. Now that may sound like madness, and I think if someone had said this to me 6 months ago, I was like, that's Lucy. But what that enables me to do is, in 6 months time, so if I do that for like 26 weeks, that's 6 months, half a year. So fill up like 26 shelves, or half shelves maybe. When it's been on for 6 months, I can go and look at all the stock that hasn't sold and do something with it. And it kind of reminded me of what, when you go into charity shops, or when I go into my charity shops, you see these labels with week 1, week 2, and they obviously labeling their stock with the week it was put out. And if they're on week 25 and they got a week 1, they know to pull it or decrease the price or whatever. So that's the plan. It's going to be a right old rigmarole changing it around, but I think it's a good thing to do. I mean, the good thing is I do have all my SKU. Whenever I list something on eBay, I put the date it was originally listed in the SKU, so I'll know what's going on. And I'm going to have absolutely tons of stuff I listed last week. I listed, I shouldn't give it away really, but the plan was to do 20 a week, 20 a day for 5 days. I didn't do it, but I got pretty near it, so I won't give away my actual numbers of what I did. But yeah, next channel tonight is the big reveal. So it was Richard Payne, who was doing really well on the Monday figures. Derek Payne, the Payne brothers. It always reminds me of the Freak Brothers. And if you don't know what the Freak Brothers are, then it's a kind of comic. George, Andrew, Nick, and myself were doing that. What else have I got to say? I'm just talking absolutely. I'll answer that question in a minute, Arouge. I got in from cycling today, and because I was chilling, I was just like sat down and turned the telly on. And there's so much rubbish TV on. I was like, ended up watching Bless This House, because I saw it had Sid James in, and I don't remember it. That would have been around. It's kind of like this vague memory of that TV program. It must have been from like 74, 73. And it's terrible. It's like I've seen on the buses on one of the, Freeview channels. And 1970s comedy, especially, all 1970s comedy, absolutely awful. And you kind of have these fond memories because that's when I was growing up. Like, oh, was that good? You watch it, it's like, it's not just the jokes. I mean, they're not just not funny, but the whole acting in it is just terrible. The Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. Yeah, I always used to like Fat Freddy's cat because he used to do things like crap in Fat Freddy's earphones. If you're a fan of the Fabulous Freak Brothers. So there we go. Yeah, it's very organised and very professional, but I think it will be beneficial. That's the plan. So I can, the whole thing at the moment is I've got all this stock, and I could look at individual items and go, when was that listed? I've got to do something with it. But I'd much rather go to an area like, probably be like 2 or 3 shelves, half a rack, and go, okay, this stuff has now been on for 6 months. What's going on? So that's the plan. Benny Hill was great. Yeah, I think Benny Hill was a little bit different. A lot of those situation comedies I'm talking about, honestly, on the buses is like the worst thing I think I've ever seen. It's absolutely, it's horrible. Did I find that listing more increases a Rouge's question? Did I find that listing more increased your sales, or they've increased? And this is the thing. Anything that the majority of stuff that's selling is stuff I've recently sold. And so that's why activity is good, because, obviously if you're putting on new stuff, that's the stuff that eBay will promote more. So that's why I want to do something with stock that's been hanging around my shop for a long time. Now, I normally have got a process for doing that, but I want to make that process easier. So I normally would review it on a monthly basis, put it into sales, put it into bigger sales, then unlist it, decrease the price and list it again. But I just want that to be more efficient. So I want to be able to go to, firstly, I want to tidy up my racks. So if I can have 26 racks, and that is listed stock, I might do 13. I don't know whether I'll use a full rack or a half rack. And then I can have a rack for unlisted stuff, because my unlisted is all over the place. And then I can have a stuff for repair. And I just want it a bit more defined. And that's why I'm doing it. I think it will be good. We will see. I'll let you all know. How do you lot keep all your stock? Is it kind of like your similar things in similar areas? Have I filmed my racks? It's not a personal question. No, I don't tend to really. They're just, I film all of my stuff as I source it. So just seeing it on a shelf is, there's not a lot to it really. So Derek, he's what an expert does. Each cycle, which we don't know what a cycle is, could be a month. I think it's a month. I end and sell similar. Yeah, I get you on that one. I deduct 1p from the price. It may sound ridiculous, but a small edit or any edit on any listing is worth it to give it a little shake the listing. It doesn't make me laugh. This that when it gets down to 4p less than from my original price, I think it's time to clear. Well, I do a similar thing. Something gets listed, and my process used to be, I stick it on and I give it 3 months, because some things might take a little bit of time. But after that 3 months, every month, it gets put in a sale. That was a 10% sale, and then if it doesn't sell, then it gets put in a 20% sale. And then I think after 6 months, I would then unlist it, relist it, or sell similar rather, but reduce the price by 10%. So it seems like I'm leaving it longer, but reducing it more. So and then if I got to something, I think if I did that, I had to set if I'd done that so many times, then it would go to an auction. at the price, but you've just basically got to shake up your listings. And I just want to be able to quickly go to where all my old stock is, rather than, I know what it all is, but it is all over the place. So that's why I'm kind of quite looking forward to it, like clearing everything down and then filling these shelves. And I don't know whether to start from the most recent stuff and work backwards, or the oldest stuff and work forwards. But yeah, it should be interesting anyway. Yeah, bins. I think I might use boxes. Tommy's saying he uses bins, and that's a good idea. I mean, I've got shelving, and I might just have boxes to put on the shelves, just so I can go, okay, well, what's in here then? Blah, 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 blah. I mean, I've obviously got some big stuff, which will be, which won't be in. But the theory's there. Just got to put it into practice. I'm going to do that this week. 30-day cycle. That seems a small amount to reduce it by, but that's fair enough. Like I say, I try and daily just do a blank edit. So if you go into your items, select all, edit, and then you don't have to change anything, and then just submit revisions. Do that on the mass change. So Neil's got he's actually got a literal tap pile. Now I have a literal tap pile. I really have. There's stuff everywhere. But yeah, this is why tidying is so important. Right. I'm going to go through then what I'm packaging today. Now, I've done a couple already. You see my wonderful packaging. That's a Sinclair Cambridge calculator, which I bought along with a Game Gear, which needed recapping, and I paid too much for. I paid 50 quid for this Game Gear, but it had an adapter, which I've kind of listed for 30, and it had, I think it was 7 or 8 games. And I bought it for 50 quid. I should have paid 20 or something, 20 or 30 maybe, because it had games. But I got this for a tenner. Probably paid too much for this. This didn't work, but I've sold it for 17 plus postage. So I'm just glad it's gone, really. So that's that. I'm going slightly different on my packing as well. So this is a Furby Boom boxed, and I fixed this. I did a repair video on this because one of the battery terminals was completely corroded. Anyway, so I fixed that, tested it, it sold. Furby boxes are a bit weird because they kind of go down and then there's a little angle on them. And normally I would sort of wrap it in cardboard and then I'd brown paper this. But this has just got 2 rectangles of cardboard, one this way and one this way. And I kind of think, well, that's good enough, that's solid. So it's not a box, it's just 2 rectangles of cardboard. But because it's gone round like a Furby box, I think that's more than secure enough. So yeah, normally I would put brown paper or a big poly around it, but I think it's all right. So that's that. And this one is a Canon lens, 18 to 35, I think. And it had a filter with it. And I picked it up for 20 quid. It's sold for 40. It's gone GSP. I think it's to Ireland, going on the name. Maybe I could have got 50, but I was looking at solds. It's just a zoom lens, Canon zoom lens. So not massive return on investment on any of these. The Furby would have been. I think the Furby sold for 20 something, and I probably paid like 2 or 3 quid for it. But this, I've just sort of doubled my money. So yeah, a bit of a mixture of like return on investment. So there's the 3 I've packed, and let's go through what else I've got to pack. Right, see all orders. Plastic supermarket veg crates stack and store nicely. Yeah, also I think bread baskets are good if you can get those. Yeah, the times I've used that, I'm a local scout group, and yeah, or banana boxes would be quite good for storage. I normally send use banana boxes for sending video recorders. Your large letter gauge, Well, it's probably near your packing materials, I would think. Either that or your desk. Who won the Lads Listing Challenge? The results are out later today. I would imagine it's about 7 or 8 o'clock on Nick's channel. So you will no doubt get a notification for that, Aid. So, yeah. Buying Space is going to throw boxes around. Cool. Now, my gauge is here. Look at that. That's where it should be, which is incredible. Got that. And I should have a ruler. The ruler isn't in here, but there you go. Can't have everything. Right, let's go through the other stuff I've got to send off. I've forgotten how to work eBay. Add required item specifics. I've got 19 things. Well, it's a bit of a pain in the bum, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Right. Well, I've got a couple of items here which were bought by the same buyer, who's someone who was supposed to be picking up some speakers, but he's not picked them up. When did he buy them? This is crazy. He bought them on the 11th of July, and it's been ongoing. And since he bought them and then told me he couldn't buy them, he's bought a T-shirt off my shop, which I thought I'm sending this in the post. And he's just bought another game out of my shop, like a Nintendo game, for $5.99 free postage. So it's Nintendo DS Justice League. That's something I've got to send. Found it under your labels. And he keeps buying stuff and keeps sort of saying, can I do deals on this, that, and the other? And I just want to get the speakers sorted. So I've got to package that one off to him. It's a bit of a weird one. But there you go. Right, I've got this. Let me show you. Let's show you. This is what sells in Pete's store. Chrome tab. I do love a bit of Corning ware. This is by Vision. I sold a big one of these. Big, like big frying pan size. And that went for about 40 or 50 quid, but it's smashed. So you do sort of pay your money and take your chances on these ones. But this one's a little tiddly one. And I looked up completeds on these. And I was surprised at the price. Because normally like a little kind of like soup warming pan, a little one, will probably go for about 15. And then you can get sort of like bigger saucepans, which will go maybe up to 25, 30. So I was really surprised. These are always better if they have the lid. But yeah, surprised how it went, but pleased it's gone. Yeah, I do love my Vision Corning ware. You can always pick it up relatively cheap. I don't think people realise that it's got a resale value. So let's keep that amongst ourselves. Don't tell anyone. It's one of my go-tos. I've got this one. This is nice. I've got this here, actually. So I might as well show you. It's this. So that sold. Look at the graphics on that. It didn't sell for that, did it? It sold for 45. Had it on for 49.99. Indy's wanting one of those frying pans. Yeah, this was a small little thing. Honestly, it was like, you know, like side dish size. But yeah, the bigger frying pan was the one I sold. It was a bit of a nightmare. The Happy Chap's got a problem with the delivery address. Please address by clicking here. Well, what that will probably be is it's too long for one line, and all you need to do is edit it and move part of the address on a new line. So I think it's like 35 characters. So that will probably fix it. So there you go. Fear not, Happy Chap. So it sold for 45, and luckily we bought a skateboard the other day. You know why we didn't use that one, but you know, can't give my children all the knockoff stuff. So we bought this from Skate Hut. So I've got a ready-made box. But what amazed me was the skateboard just came in this with some airbags. These things. Now you wouldn't think that would provide enough protection, would you? So well, I'm going to use that. that I've tried to stick some rolled up newspaper in and around to pack it out. So there we go. So how much did the new one cost? Let's have a look. The helmet and the skateboard. The skateboard was 30 quid and the helmet was 15. So I've sold that for 45. It's paid for the new one. That's all right, isn't it? I almost said happy days there. But if ever I say happy days, slap me. Right. Oh, here's a good one. It's up there, but I'm not going to get it down in case I tear it. Although this has gone to someone with one feedback. Let's have a look at this. Oh no, it seems okay. Look at this. I've got Shelster Rooney to thank for this. It's all right, isn't it? 200 notes. Yeah, good condition. All hardback, all original Bloomsbury, all with dust covers, no writing inside. Good. I had a set which was excellent condition, absolutely. And kind of always, the ceiling I think was regarded as around 150 for kind of any condition. And because this is a few months ago, I had that set and it was such good condition. I thought, well, I'll try 200. Took a while, but yeah, it went. And these were excellent condition, apart from the Philosopher's Stone, which just had a little rip in the dust cover. And but I thought, well, I'll try it again. So first edition, no sort of early prints or anything to write home about. I don't know whether the Azkaban one had the typos. I don't normally bother if they're kind of like 20th print or after that. It could be that one of them is worth 40 quid, but unless there's something really outstanding, I'll just bundle them up like that. So I think with those Harry Potters, if you've got all of them in original Bloomsbury, even if the condition is shonky, the minimum you should look for is 150 on those. As Shell always says, don't tank the price. But if you do, you do. Okay, that's that one. So that hasn't got to go to tomorrow. So I'll probably be very, very careful packing those. Oh, this is good. I'm glad this is gone. So Nick bought about 900 pairs of shoes. I had 11 pairs, and I couldn't get rid of those. So I bought 11 pairs of grafters. They're all new, but some of the boxes were a bit weather beaten, shall we say. But they all had the labels and everything. And I think I put these on originally for about 25, and nothing happened. And saw that Nick had sold some of his white ones for $17.99. I've got free postage on them as well. So I thought, God, if white ones can sell for $17.99, I'm going to stick my black ones on at that price. So they're not flying out by any means. This is the third pair I've sold, so I've got 8 pairs left. But these are the ones that I've sold here are a size 5, so it'd be good. That's good to get rid of those. I kind of think, saying that, I mean, I've sold 3 pairs. It's been 2 pairs of 7s and 1 pair of 5s. So the ones I've got left are like 10s and 11s. So yeah, there we go. What's this about? Have you noticed the secret eBay codes in the eBay shipping dialogue addresses that don't print on your labels? No, I haven't. Although I haven't printed any labels today. But Damien says there's an announcement in the Seller Hub. So is that a glitch, or should they be there? I'll have a read what's in the Seller Hub. Anyway, yeah, please, these are gone. They cost about 3 quid. Well, they did cost 3 quid when I bought them originally. I got 11 pairs of these, or 10 pairs of these, 11 pairs, and a pair of Hunter Wellies, and the whole lot cost me 45 quid. So how does that work out? I think it worked out like £10 for the Hunters, which I sold for about 70, and then about just over £3.30 for each pair of shoes. So yeah. Next. I hope you don't mind me doing this rather than listing. Sometimes you're just not in the mood for listing. Nice little easy one next. It's a remote control. So I've got a few of these. I haven't got huge amounts because I tend to just stick to Panasonic and Sony, and I rather pick up the DVD ones or the DVD and TV ones that you can get, especially on the Panasonic, because that's the ones that we use. But yeah, they'll always be £10 or £15. Easy to test. Even if they're broken, I can fix them. If it's just requires the contacts being cleaned or reapplied, and easy to pack. So love that. I think I would have paid, well, normally I'd try and pay like 50p or £1, but I think I'd go to like a maximum of a couple of quid if it was one I know has a demand. I know it seems like small amounts. So like, say if I paid £2 for this, well, it's gone free post. That's £1.50 cost. So probably making around about a tenner or maybe just less, but it's easy peasy. Okay. Next. I've got a lot of packing. This one's quite nice. I bought this not too long ago and it got listed at the start of the week as part of the listing challenge. So it's a Lone Ranger figure from the 70s, I think. And he's got his gun and he's in good condition, got all his clothes. Maybe could do with a bit of a clean, and I'll probably have to give him a bit of a clean before I send him. But yeah, it's just the sort of stuff I like selling, really. Just nice vintage items. Can't remember how much I paid, because I did buy it with an Action Man as well. And there was something else. But I haven't had it long. And like I say, it only got listed this week. And that is a good price. £59.99 and £5 postage. So that'll be a careful wrapping jobby and a nice sturdy box for him. So yeah, some good sales, really good sales. And my store had gone over 600. It hadn't gone over actually. It got very near to 600 items. I seem to have been stuck on 500 for a long time. So it's good to sort of like crack on and break that next threshold. One of my goals at the start of the year was to get 1,000 items on, but it's so hard to do. It's not easy. Okay, next item is a clothes item. It's a needle cord gap. It's got like a little floral pattern. So this is probably from when I was doing a... Hi, John Luke, how you doing? Yeah, I've had this for a long time. I haven't sourced clothes for ages. So this has just been hanging around in the tub. And I think clothes tend to... There's a boost on clothes at the turn of seasons. So I think we're now, looking to go into the winter season, and people are sort of like getting stuff for it. So just glad that that's shifted, really. So that's pretty good. Any clothes that sell, I'm kind of happy that they go now, because I have got these on cheap. Look at that, 12 quid. Probably started around sort of 15, 16. But, it's a small value item, really. Right, how many more we got? So much packing to do. But I've only got one difficult thing. So, this is another clearance item. And I'm probably not making much money on this because I think I bought this in a charity shop. And my charity shops, it wouldn't have been cheap. And I think I would have bought it hoping to FBA it. No doubt I scanned it in the shop and thought this looks good. And it may well have been up to Amazon and back. I think it has been actually. But the rank was just too high. What's my subscription level? On eBay, middle shop. I mentioned this the other day. As soon as my lower shop was holding me back, I I didn't look on it as sort of like I need to list so many items to save on the listing fee, whatever that is, 10p an item or whatever. I was like, okay, if I'm stuck at 150 or whatever it was, and I think I can list 5 more items that will make me £70 profit, I should jump. And that's when I jumped. But yeah, the aim was always to, maximize it and get 1,500 listings on there. But, that's easy to say, not easy to do, because I've been good at sourcing lately, but sourcing's hard. You just can't go out there and go, boom, give me all good items to sell on eBay. It's tough. So there you go. But anyway, yeah, so this has been hanging around like for ages. With these, I used to sell quite a lot of these Harry Potter audio books on cassette. This is on cassette. I don't think there's a lot of value. Well, there's not a lot of value in them. If you see them, I would only recommend getting them cheap and getting them if you can get the whole lot, and do make sure all of the tapes are there, and then you might have a chance. But just having one Philosopher's Stone, and this is the American version as well, I think, or the American cover. Don't get single ones by any means. Not worth it. Next one is one I was shown on Global Thrifters last week, and it's a recent buy. And it's a recent buy getting into a boot fair, and I just seen the buyer's name. That was a bit weird. I won't say what it was. You can go back and look at it if you want to. I've gone to a boot fair and bought it for £1 and thought, what am I doing? I should be looking for vintage sports gear or gaming or something. And it was kind of like, oh, it's come to this. I bought a dancing Homer Simpson for £1. But, I've listed him. And he didn't actually I don't think his left arm moved. Did I put that on the description? Yeah, left arm doesn't seem to move. But he does sing. He sings. He raps Rapper's Delight, which is always a bit of a bonus. And bought him for £1, sold him for 15. So, actually, not too bad, is it? And it's been quite quick. Yeah, he plays Rapper's Delight and Shake Your Booty. Shake your booty, shake your booty. So yeah, that's what he sings. Do you have many wholesaler contacts? I don't have any wholesaler contacts, and I'm quite interested in that. Obviously, having watched Z and what he does, and what I've learned from it is apparently you have to have your own kind of website, and you also need that for affiliate links. And I haven't got that. I haven't even got like a basic, like I should chuck one up. And so I've got a lot to say about that on Monday. And it fascinates me wholesale, what the actual return on investment is. So, you buy something off a wholesaler, unit price is a £5. What do you look to sell it as for? Because, me at a car boot, I'm hoping to buy stuff for less than £5 and sell it for more than 30 or 40. That's my kind of like in my head. If it was FBA, RA, I'd be maybe looking at a 40% ROI, 30% ROI. So buy something for £10 and sell it for like 15, if the quantity's there after costs. So I've got no idea what the sort of like margins are on wholesale. No idea at all. Hi, Chris. How you doing? You put in your eBay store address, but I do use a proper web address for my eBay shop. Yeah, I think I should have a kind of like, I need a website, a me website, definitely. Right, let's go on to the next one. Make sure I press the right button. Got 10 minutes left, so looking good for time. I mean, unfortunately, not going to have time to list anything today. It's a day off. So I'm just going to spend the whole day packing. Oh, this is another favourite of mine. I got into this because of Faye and Simon at FNS Resellers. do have a look at their channel. They're great at Amazon. But it's just sort of stuff that you would easily pass up at a boot fair, elephant. But you can always pick up for £1. And you will always flip it for, 12 to £15. It's easy, wrap a bit of cardboard around that and off it goes. And you always find them, never struggle finding an elephant. Probably will now, I've said that. But and it's a good one if you do FBA. I know they FBA theirs. But I tend to just chuck mine on Amazon. There's a lot of people looking for elephants. So, yeah. It is nice weather all week. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I am chilling this week. Chilling, tidying. Sales have been good for me recently. Let me just stop that share. Could be as a result of the listing I've been doing. At the start of the lockdown, it went up to like consistently at 3k turnover, which is always that figure I like, and I'd like that to become a minimum, and maybe 5k could become the new 3k, but it was there and I was like, this is all right. And then at the start of August, and I've said this before, you've never seen an elephant. I can't believe that. I think everybody went on holiday in that August, start of August period, so there's no one on eBay, or less people on eBay, and I went down to about 2/3 of where I was at, and it was like, okay, don't worry about it, I'm fine, we've got the stock. And I think with everyone sort of like coming back from holiday, and with me listing, it's gone up to those levels. Now I never used to hit that level until like third quarter. I mean, I think the highest turnover I've had, probably make me sound like a bad reseller, but it was around about one Christmas I got 4,000 on the monthly, on the 31 day, and I was like, woohoo. And then like January, February went back down to about 1,200 or something ridiculous. So yeah, August was your best month ever. Yeah. Okay, how was it at the start compared to the end? Yeah, that's quite interesting, because I think the start I really went down. Don't know whether it was because I was inactive on the listings. And with those elephants, sometimes you'll find that they don't have the butterflies, but they're so cheap. You can buy a couple of those and you'll have all the spares in the world. So it's a bit like Cluedos, Don't expect every Cluedo to be complete. You will buy some that it's not complete, but you just use them for spares. September is 10% down on August so far, but still strong. Well, that's good, Damien. That's good. That's good that your sales are strong. And I'm kind of just looking forward to Q4, really, which I imagine a lot of people are going into the Christmas period. I feel like I'm set up. I mean, around about March time, when I was like ready to go to boot fairs, and then there was lockdown, I was like, oh my God, I've got no stock. But I've been going so mad on sourcing. I feel probably for the first time I'll be able to get through. But I'm also going to be looking at my sourcing options from September through to Easter 2021. I mean, I did a lot of jumble sales at the start of this year, but I just want to look at other alternatives. So yeah, and get organised. Okay, what we got next? Okay, bread and butter item. You'll laugh at this because I've had a few comments when I showed this on the haul video. It's like, who buys Bopits? Or can't believe there's money in Bopits. So I got this, I think it was last week, and it was off a pound table. And it was dirty Bopit. Dirty, really grotty Bopit. Grottit, I should have called it. But yeah, all cleaned up. And I pulled it, gave it a twizzle, and it went Vox Pop. It was really slow. But cleaned it up and it worked. Paid £1 for it, sold it for 13. So similar to Elephant, really. ROI of 1,000% or whatever that will come out. So you can't argue with that. And again, easy. Bubble wrap, bit of cardboard around it, in the post. I think Peter Ray was calling them bread and butter. And I've just shut my eBay window like an idiot. Let's go again. Oh, what's this? Oh, something else has sold. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, it's a good sale, but I've got to do something with it. Oh, my God. Okay. I will come to this then. Some Bakugan Battle Brawlers. I think I paid a couple of quid for these at a boot fair recently. I had some offers on these for like 10, 15. And you dirty Bopit. Yeah, did go for 20. Always hold out on the price. They will go for the money as long as you're not crazy. I normally kind of have a price in my head of about 2-3 quid per actual Bakugan, and then maybe the same for the cards. So what have we got here? 7 and 5. So yeah, came out about 20 quid. I've sold something for £250, which we'll come to in a minute. But I was going to list it for 200, and I thought, no, I don't want it to sell because I know I've got to clean. It's a video recorder, and I need to clean the head on it because it was a little bit fuzzy. And it sold for because I put the price at 250 because I was thinking it would buy me some time, but it sold at 250. Oh Christ! The next one is the Cambridge, which I showed earlier. The Sinclair calculator. And then this sold. This is another video combi. This sold for 80. And this was picked up. I picked up a whole load of DVD players and combis. I think they were about 10. And 5 of them were a tenner each, and 5 of them were 4 quid each. And I don't know if this was the tenner or the 4 quid, but this is pretty much paid for the whole haul. So, I've still got 9 to go through. Yeah, so I'll just stick it in the dishwasher now. That'll sort it. Tea cakes. I've had a £250 offer on the Harry Potter box set. Problem was from a zero feedback buyer. Yeah, well, my £250 sale has just got to a zero feedback via the GSP. And my Harry Potter's got sold to a 1 feedback. So I worry, but just be aware of what you would do if it went wrong. And I will probably film myself packing. Not that it will do any good, but it make me feel better. Film myself weighing and doing everything on it, just covering myself until it's all in the clear. Right, I've only got a few more, unless some other ridiculously big item sells. I don't want to sell. Oh, this was bought. This is a Gran Torino, which I will share in a minute. This was bought with the Action Man and the Lone Ranger, which I sold earlier. The Lone Ranger sold earlier. And so I think with the Lone Ranger and the Action Man and this cost me 40 quid. And I sold the Lone Ranger for 60, sold this for 5. And I've still got the Action Man, which I think is listed at maybe 30, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't think this would be worth a lot, and it's not really. Yeah, it looks cool. Starsky and Hutch car. And I had a Scale Electrics version of this as well, which sold for about 15. But this went quick, so maybe I underpriced it, but it's just gone. How do you pack your turntables, Derek? Do you sort of like just have double-walled boxes or create double-walled boxes from double-walled cardboard? Video recorders, I've never done a turntable, actually. I did sell one once, but it was a pickup. But video recorders, I'll go banana boxes. I'm like, Loving the banana boxes. Okay. Did I disappear? That's what you get from pressing back too much. I'll see in the comments in a minute. It's like Fade to Black. Big double-walled boxes, bubble wrap, polystyrene. Yeah, I don't have any polystyrene. Maybe I should get some. Sorry if I disappeared. Right, 2 more items. I meant to go back on my eBay window and went back on the StreamYard window. Oh no, 3 more items. Hi Husties, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm just going through what I've sold actually. I'm not doing any listing today because I don't really feel like it. You know, I'm free to do what I want. I'm going to get loaded. Right, here we go. Let's share this one. It's a Roberts Ecological Digital Radio. And I had someone sending in some lowball offers on this and then decided to message me telling me that, do you know that this is only £50 new? And that included batteries and a power supply. This doesn't have the power supply. I didn't reply. I was like, yeah, okay, it's £50 new. You can get it for £25 used. So I just ignored him. He was putting offers in for like a tenner or something. And anyway, it sold for the full asking price. So there you go. Yeah, going well, Husty. Like I say, I was doing the listing challenge last week. So I didn't really feel like listing this morning. So just general chatting, really. We're almost done. Got 2 more items. This is quite nice. No idea how much it costs. Probably about £3. It's an antler travel bag. And it's just got that, I don't think it's that old, but it has got that old kind of like 70s camping-y look about it, which is people like. Yeah, love people who send you unwanted advice. And now I had one a while ago. I can't even remember what the item was, but it started, the message started, I don't tend to buy this item, but, and then proceeded to give me a whole load of spiel about, you know, why it should be cheaper or what needed testing on it. I think it might have been the CB radio that sold for £350. I think it was actually. And he was going, these were only available in New Zealand and shouldn't be used in UK. And it sold to a guy in Ireland who was more than happy with it and got the asking price as well. So yeah, it is weird to think that there are people going through eBay looking at listings thinking, I will send a message about this even though I'm not going to buy it. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Derek. Yeah, I've had a comment on my video saying someone was getting stuff, and I was like, oh, all right, where'd you get it from? But yeah, they are the best comments. Okay, last item. This has sold since I've been live. Let's have a look at this guy. Well, this guy's feedback. Slovenia, eBay member since today. Oh man, he's a new eBayer from Slovenia, and he's just bought this for £250. Okay. I was at an Amstrad. Is that the one with the 2 disk drives, or the 1 disk drive in the monitor? I had one of those. I forget what they're called. 15s. Was it called 1628s or something? And I had one of those. I had the box and everything, and the printer, and it was all like brand spanking new. Picked it up for 20 quid, sold it for 170. But yeah, wish I hadn't sold it. wish I'd kept that. Anyway, yeah, this has sold for 250. Like I say, I was originally going to list it for 200, but I thought, no, I'll sell it. I'll put the price up, seeing as I'm doing a listing. 6128, yeah. I'll put the price up, seeing as I'm doing a listing challenge, and now I can add a bit of value to my listing challenge. And then hopefully it won't sell and give me time to clean the tape heads. And I'm hoping that when I take the cover off, the tape heads are easily found. We'll keep my fingers crossed. Don't worry about it. It's global, yeah, global shipping. It is eBay's problem once they get it. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I won't worry about it too much. It's just if I suppose all you should worry about, because if you do get a return on that and it's damaged, then you're covered. You're like, well, that's a global shipping program. But it's things like the not as described, because then you'd have to arrange a return, and then you'd get and that will cost you money. And then if you get the return back, then you can put in your 50% claim or whatever, saying it's not a genuine iron ad. But it's just the thought that might happen. Of course, what is likely, I don't want to say this in case I jinx it, but looking on the positive side, he could get it and be happy with it and give you good feedback, and you could have £250 sale. So let's not look at the negative. Let's just do everything that is in my power to package it up nicely, get it to him, and cover myself, and we should be all right. Right, okay, there we go. We've had an hour. Got an hour and 7 minutes. Bonus content of 7 minutes. No listing, but sometimes you don't want to list. Hope you all have a great day. Like I say, Nick, he will be doing his a stream later today, either at 7 or 8 o'clock or some sort of time, for all of us who've been doing the listing challenge. So that'll be interesting. I've got to actually tot up what how many bits I've listed in the total value. So yeah, we will see. But for the rest of the day, I'm going to just be packing all of those bits I've just shown you, and then the rest of the week will be the mass tidy up. So I don't think I'll do a lot of listing this week. Don't really fancy it. But have a great day, everyone. Hope you get some sales. Hope you have a nice, relaxing week ahead, and I'll catch you soon. Take care.